Welcome to Good Money Guide TV. Broker of the day is Tickmill. Now, I'll try and avoid too many puns, but Tickmill is more than just a run-of-the-mill broker to grind the market down tick by tick. As well as a fairly standard, albeit low-cost CFD and Forex MT4 offering, it also offers well-thought-out CQG setups and DMA access on various exchanges for smaller or high-frequency traders. There are a couple of great lines in the movie Rounders which are quite relevant to trading. Matt Damon opens with, "It's like any other job. You don't gamble, you grind it out." And that's pretty much the markets, as they're a full-time job if you're a high-frequency or regular trader. There's no dipping your toe in to see how you get on. You either commit to learn how they work, or you become another risk warning statistic. It's not just me that thinks like that. A while ago, I interviewed Jamie Ross of Henderson's Euro Trust about how he invests for his £320 million fund. And he said that one of his favourite books was Thinking in Bets by Annie Duke, a professional poker player. And that one of his favourite expressions was, if you look around the table and you don't know who the patsy is, you're the patsy. Damon opens Rounders with the same line too. He says, if you can't spot the sucker in the first half hour at the table, then you're the sucker. The same is true of trading. If you look at the order book and don't know what's going on, you're in trouble. However, whatever you may see on social media, the markets are not geared against small-time traders. There is no massive conspiracy against you. The markets move with the ebb and flow of demand and sentiment. It's not a zero-sum game. You can win without someone else losing. Sure, there may be a bit of spoofing and some algos working in the background, but generally the only thing that causes retail traders to lose money is themselves. To paraphrase the true grinder, Joey Knish from Rounders, you don't trade for the thrill of victory, you trade for money. You got to have the stones to chase the markets, not pipe dreams. And I think that's where Tickmill fits into the brokerage world. It's there to provide access to the most popular and tradable markets through a huge range of platforms. It's up to you how you choose to trade them. You can grind it out tick by tick with an algo or scalp on micro lots. Before this review, I interviewed Duncan Anderson, the UK Tickmill CEO. It's well worth a watch, actually, if you want to see what Tickmill stands for as a company. And I also spent an hour or so going through the platforms with Marco, who's been with Tickmill for around 5 years and in the markets for 20. So I was able to test some of the things that make Tickmill stand out, which if you don't know much about them, you wouldn't know. So first of all, what can you trade? Well, Tickmill provides access to the most popular markets through CFDs, Forex and non-exchange futures and options. But it's their futures offering that I think makes them stand out, because not many retail brokers offer this, and futures contracts are getting smaller in size so they can be traded by a more diverse range of traders. Tickmill's USP here is that you can trade futures as big or small as you want on exchanges like CBOT, CME, COMEX, NYMEX, Eurex, and ICE, and even the small exchange. And actually access to the small exchange is particularly good because the contracts are tiny. You can see the contract specs when you're logged into CQG by hovering over or right-clicking. But as an example, trading one lot of the mini S&P is about a 20 grand contract, but trading the micro minis is a tenth of the size, so your exposure to the market's only $2,000. Now, this is particularly good for those getting started in high frequency trading. You do get live and level 2 data from each exchange, but you must subscribe to each one individually. And you can, of course, trade CFDs and Forex on MT4 with Tickmill. However, Tickmill probably has the widest range of trading platforms on offer of any broker we cover. They've got Jigsaw, which simplifies your trading, CQG, which we're going to talk about in a minute, multi-charts for advanced market analysis. They've got Sierra Charting, which is a high-performance trading platform, TradingView, obviously everybody uses that, Motive Wave, which offers advanced Elliott Wave software, Bookmap, which enables you to identify market trends and hidden price patterns, Agena Trader, Volumetrica, and ATAS, which is a platform for volume and order flow. You can decide what platform you want to trade on after you have funded your account, but for this review, we're going to focus on CQG because, to quote Duncan and Marco, it's an absolute beast. Retail traders are fairly limited on who they can trade on CQG with, and one of the good things about trading on CQG through Tickmill is that they do a lot of the heavy lifting before your account is set up. There are lots of preset templates based on different types of trading for traders who may focus on time frame, news, scalpers or options, whereas the base CQG setup is fairly basic. There's a really nice tool that shows volume comparison on previous days, weeks and months, which is quite useful for sniffing out algos or if someone's spoofing in the futures market. Tickmill's got a strategy builder that automatically builds option strategies. So say, for example, you want to trade a condor spread, where you aim to profit from either high or low volatility and sizable or lack thereof market moves, or in fact any of dozens of option strategies. You don't have to build them out individually. You just select your strategy from a drop-down list and the legs are created for you. As Tickmill offers DMA and charges a commission, scalping's allowed, and they have a good scalping template that is good for legging between two different contracts. You can see the order books of multiple markets on side-by-side mini trade tickets. They've got a hybrid order ticket that enables traders to open or close positions by dragging and dropping up and down the ladder as either a limit, market or stop entry order, or when working stops, you can either set them as market or limit stops, depending on how price sensitive you are. All the usual professional order execution types are there, like icebergs and fill and kill. Those orders go directly on the order book and can be moved with your mouse up and down the ladder. It's quite nice actually to be able to move orders visually rather than tapping away at numbers. I remember when I was a broker, I had awful problems with that. I'd always put the wrong amount in. Tickmill also has created their own spreadsheet trader module, which gives you a good overview of multiple related markets and shows you exactly what they're doing. They're lumped together by asset class or category, so for example, soft metals or currencies, and you can also rank them by contract size. So if you're a larger trader, you can look at the bigger contracts. If you're just getting started, you can focus on the micro minis. You can also trade from the chart. CQG lets you drag the line on the chart to either enter stops or limits if you prefer to trade on levels like support and resistance. And it also shows your working orders, and if you hover over them, it'll show the order details as well. All the windows are linked together. It's nice and modular. So if you switch one, everything changes. You can drag and drop windows anywhere you want, delete and add modules as appropriate. And thankfully, if you muck it up, you can go back and open the pre-designed layouts that Tickmill has set up on CQG for you. They're fairly competitive on pricing, certainly in the top 10. Interactive Brokers is cheaper, but doesn't offer CQG. They only have their own platforms. And Saxo Market, another retail futures broker, is slightly more expensive to give you a bit of perspective. Futures trading, commissions are about 85 cents on micro mini lots and $1.30 on e-minis. You do have to pay for the platforms though, so it's better for regular traders who can make full use of them and want DMA access to the most traded smaller futures contract. It's worth noting though that unlike other brokers, Tickmill does include the order routing and clearing fees in their commission. You can also keep FX conversion costs down by choosing to have your account in several base currencies like dollar, euro, sterling, Polish zloty and Swiss francs. Customer support is very good as well. Dealers can move orders for customers if they, for one reason or another, are not able to trade themselves. If there's a problem and a client wants to get flat, the client services team can handle that. When setting up my account, I had direct communication from a sales rep, which was quite nice, as opposed to an automated string of e-document requests for AML. Tickmill say that they are aiming to compete heavily on customer service because they want three things. One, to make their product offering as simple as possible. Two, to provide inspirational trading ideas by creating templates and frameworks to help clients. And three, to be there when they are needed by providing professional and personal customer service. Now, this is a big deal because Tickmill charges commission on trades and actually say on their email signature, we want traders to succeed. So the better the research and analysis they can provide, the better chance their customers have of making money. And the more money their clients make, the more money Tickmill earns from them in commission. So everyone is happy, as they say. Now, when putting together their offering, and bear in mind that they say they are built by traders for traders, they ask themselves, well, this is what Marco told me, he said, they asked themselves, what would they have wanted 10 to 15 years ago when they first started trading? And they've put together quite a comprehensive set of research and analysis tools. including market news, that's searchable on CQG. You've got auto charters for trading signals and technical analysis. Signal Center, trading ideas, now owned by Acuity Trading. Webinars, free courses run by their expert analysts. They've got trading masterclasses so you can fine tune your strategies, and they've got an education hub so you can get to know the basics if you're just getting started. Overall, Tickmill, a good choice for retail traders who want to trade the most liquid futures market on a robust trading platform with low costs. Now, if you've used Tickmill or you go on to use Tickmill, come back to the Good Money Guide and tell us what you think. Thanks for watching.